Hello students, welcome to Anita's English class. Through this video, I am going to give you the summary and explanation of the poem Road Not Taken written by Robert Frost from your reader book Beehive. First I will give you the summary of this poem. The poem Road Not Taken written by Robert Frost is one of the finest poems, and this poem has a deep meaning. It actually deals with the problem of making a right choice. Here the road is not the road or the path on which we walk, but here the road actually means the right choice. Many times in our life we face alternative choices, and it is often difficult to decide which one to choose. In every step of life we have a choice. One may be good and the other may be bad, but we have to decide at that time which path to choose. And here the decision we take influence our future. So it is very often that it becomes difficult really for us to decide which road to choose, but the decision we take influence our future. That only reflects our future. So this poem deals with the poet's thinking, that he tells about his own reality, that one morning the poet was standing in a wood. Here yellow forest is the wood, and it was, especially which season has been described, it was the autumn season. He reached a point where his path split into two roads. Split means diverted. So he was standing at a point from where two roads diverged. And after that he had to make a choice between the two. Because the place where he was standing, he had to decide which road to take, which he had to decide between those two roads. He stood undecided for a long time. He was not able to make a decision. So for a long time he stood there. Finally, he took the road on which few people had travelled, means less people had travelled there. And he thought that he would travel upon the first path some other day, though he knew that it would not be possible for him to come back. As for the same thing, you can imagine that if we choose one path in our life, if our career, if you choose one career at a time, it is not possible for us to come back and choose the other one. And then also the poet chose the path which was less travelled, and he left the other path for other day, though he knew at that time that it will not be possible. He felt that his choice had made all the difference in his life, and the choice which he had made, that has only made a difference in his life. So whenever we have to take a decision in our life, we have to think a lot, and it is not possible. Once you go ahead in one path, you can't come back. So we have to decide nicely and then only choose our path. So he knew that he had chosen a more challenging path. Challenging means less people had travelled on that path. So not many people had chosen that path. So he knew that he had chosen a more challenging path. And he thinks that if he had taken the other road, his life would have been different. That means that time he realizes that if he would have taken the other road, अगर आज वो जिस समय वो चूज कर रहे थे, उस समय वो कोई अगर दूसरा रोड चूज करते तो it must have made a lot of difference in his life. So this was a small summary of this poem. Always remember this, the message it gives through this poem means he wants to tell that we should always take a right decision in our life. In every step of life we have to choose the path, we have to go ahead, and we have to make a right decision. Now come on, now we'll start, I'll explain you the poem line wise. Two roads diverged in yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. So he tells two roads diverge. As I told you in the summary, he was standing at a point where two roads diverged from there, and he tells sorry. He feels sorry for that. He regrets that I could not travel both. He knew that I could not travel both. Can you travel both the paths together? No. So he knew, and he felt sorry for that he could not travel both the paths. So he adds that the forest is yellow and he tells that it is autumn. And at that time, trees shed their leaves. So there were no leaves, yellow wood. And after that, frost creates a sense of silence and a tone of melancholy. Melancholy means what? A gloomy state, means sadness. And after that he tells, and be one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could. So after that he tells that he was standing at that point of the road from where two roads diverged, and he as a traveler, वो एक ट्रैवलर है वहां पे, वो अपने आप को एक ट्रैवलर कहते हैं, और वो कहते हैं कि एक ट्रैवलर होने के नाते फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम ही स्टूड देयर. व्हाई he stood there to take a final decision. Long time he stood and looked down one as far as I could. So after that he tells कि वो वहां पर खड़े होकर जितनी दूर उनको वो रोड दिख रही थी उतनी दूर तक वो उसको देख रहे थे. He was not able to decide which road to choose. So he looked down one as far as he could. To where it bent in undergrowth. To where it bent in undergrowth means, here he tells that the road here he was not able to decide at once. So the poet is at crossroad of his life, and he could not choose the actual road, and he could be trying to see further ahead into the future, but he is unable to. So he has to be cautious in his choice. So he thinks that he should be very cautious in his choosing. Then after that he tells, then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. Now in this he tells, wanted wear means what? Has not been used and walked on frequently. And better claim means it appears to be better, means it is better than the other, and fair is good. So then he took the other just as fair. Here the poet makes his decision, since both the paths seems to be similar. Both the paths देखने में तो एक ही लग रहे हैं, but he had made his decision. He will take the other. He had seen one जहाँ तक वो दिख रही थी, and he took the other that seemed to be more challenging. The poet says just as fair, मतलब not fairer. So we may assume that the roads are similar in appearance. Just as fair, मतलब दोनों fair थे, दोनों good, दोनों अच्छे दिख रहे थे. But the roads were similar in appearance. Both the roads are equally good. So the choice may also be equally good. So he thought that choice will also be equally good. And then he tells that, and having perhaps the better claim. In this line, the poet justifies his choice, as the path is grassy and not much walked on by travelers. Therefore, he decides that the other road which he has chosen needed to be used and worn out too. And he took the other road that was wanted wear. Wanted wear, what I told, that has not been used and walked on frequently. So he chose that road. Though as far that the passing there had worn them really about the same. Then he tells, on second thought, at first time he chose the other, he thought that both are same, and he had chosen the road which was grassy and wanted wear. And on his second thought, he feels that maybe both the roads seem less walked on. As far that refers to the path which is less walked on. And here in this line, the poet Robert Frost is again expressing the confusion that goes on in his mind to make the final choice. He is in very much confusion. He is not able to decide at once. The hesitation in taking a decision, as the prospects offered by treading either on the roads seemed to be similar. And why he was very much confused and the hesitation was there? Why? Because both the roads seem to be similar. And after that he tells, and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no step had trodden black. And had trodden equally lay means lying in the same manner, and passing means walking down. Okay, and trodden means walked. Trodden means walked. कितने लोग उस रोड पे चले हुए थे. And way leads on to way means trodden back means he was going on. So he tells that once again the poet, he says that the road seems equal but with a difference. The speaker here gives us a new information. Here Robert Frost gives us a new information that it is morning and that both the roads seem covered with leaves and that no traveler has walked the way. He comes to the conclusion because the fallen leaves are not crushed. That means conclusion means he decided finally that this road must not have used by many people because the fallen leaves were not crushed by the footsteps and thus not darkened. So he decided that the road he had chosen must be less traveled. The morning may also be analyzed as the poet starts from the very beginning and realizes that there is no change with regard to the clarity in the situation, and it continued to be confusing as it was earlier. He is very much confusing, and this generally happens whenever there is a turning point in your life. We are always confused to choose which road. And if we choose the good road or the correct path, we can make our future bright. But if we take a wrong decision in choosing our path, that is our career, that can make a difference. And for that we have to regret the whole life for that. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Now here in these lines, the poet seems to be regretting his decision already. He is regretting. Regretting means pachtawa hona, feeling sorry. Oh, I kept the first for another day. And in this sentence is very emphatic as it starts with oh and ends with an exclamation. You can see the sentence starts with oh and it ends with an exclamation. So the sentence here, it is called emphatic. And why? Now he strongly feels that he would take the other road to know what it had in store, since he already knew what was on the other road taken. And in his life, we rethink about our choices, but it is not easy to revert back to the clock as time and tide waits for none. Because जैसे जैसे समय आगे बढ़ता जाता है, हर चीज आगे चलता जाता है. You must have heard the proverb, time and tide waits for none. मतलब time or tide, the way you work and the time which passes, it does not wait for anyone. कि आज वो फिर से आएगा और तुम्हारा एज रह जाएगा and you can do again that in your life. Nothing. Yet knowing how way leads on to way. How way leads on to way means one thing leads to on to another. एक के बाद एक होना. I doubted if I should ever come back. By this line we can clearly understand that the poet also doubted whether he should come back and take the other road, another road which he left for some other day. So he realizes he may never be able to turn to take the road which he had not taken. For he understands that in the journey of life, we may come across many crossroads, forks, and make fresh decisions and choice. So in all practically, it may not be feasible to start afresh, especially in the later part of our life. अगर हम एक बार आगे बढ़ गए हैं तो we can't go back and take another road and then again start our journey from there. because the age will not wait for you. By the time you go back and choose the another road, another path and come ahead, everything will come to an end by that time. And in the last of the poem, in the last stanza, the poet tells what? I shall be telling this with a sigh. Sigh is what? To take a deep breath out of sorrow or regret. जब हम लंबी सांस लेकर अपने सौरो को शो करते हुए बोलते हैं या रिग्रेट फील करते हैं, पछतावा होती है, हम दुख अपना शो करते हैं. So he tells, I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Ages and ages means a long, long time after a long, long time. So this stanza is entirely written in future tense, where the poet tells, अब ये उनके future tense के बारे में, where he tells, I shall. Here the poet hopes to talk of the decision taken years later back with a sigh. अब यहाँ पे वो सोचते हैं कि हो सकता है कि in his future life the poet hopes to talk of the decision taken years later, जो बहुत साल पहले वो डिसाइड किए थे और जो डिसीजन चूज किए थे वो हो सकता है उनको डीप शाय के साथ कहना पड़े, मतलब with a deep breath which would be full of sorrow. The sigh may be sad, happy or reflective. Whatever it be, it would definitely have made a difference in his life. So when he writes this line, I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. And then in the last line what he tells, the roads diverged in yellow wood and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Can you see the last line? That means the poet feels regret in choosing the last, at the last, and he tells that has made the choice which he had made at that time, that has only made all the difference in his life. So he tells that this stanza tells that his thinking, that what he thinks. Again at the end he tells, two roads diverged in a wood and I. So this line is repeated in the beginning also. This line was there, and this at the end also you can see, and it shows that the speaker, the poet here, is hesitant of the future. And it tells us in the last that the poet confidently informs of his decision. In the last, finally he informs us, he tells us he had dared to take the road that many feared to tread. And this is an indication that the poet was adventurous and of independent thought. However, the concluding lines gives us a feeling that the choice he took has definitely made a significant impact in his life. So that is why about his own experience he tells the readers to take the correct decision or choice in our life. So very good message he wants to give us through this poem, that is, we should always choose the correct path. We should take a correct decision, and then only we should go ahead in our life. Otherwise we will have to feel sorry at the end, and that time we can't do anything. There will be no time to do anything, but we can be only left with a regret. Thank you. And in the next video I'll explain you the poetic devices used in this. I hope you all must have understood the summary and explanation.